Most beginner algorithmic traders start with the same assumption. Once a strategy is automated, the hard part is done. The code feels objective, disciplined, and somehow smarter than manual trading, which makes it easy to believe it can adjust itself to any market condition and any prop firm rule set. That kind of belief usually survives right up until the first challenge fails, for a reason that has nothing to do with entries and everything to do with how the bot behaved under pressure. Choosing the wrong expert advisor for a prop firm challenge rarely fails in a dramatic way. There is no single trade that looks reckless, no obvious moment where everything goes wrong. Instead, the account drifts towards a rule violation, and when it happens, it feels confusing and unfair. Challenge fees are gone, confidence takes a hit, and many traders walk away thinking automation itself is the problem. I was one of them, by the way. In most cases, the real issue is simpler. The expert advisor was never designed to operate inside a tightly controlled evaluation environment of the prop firm. I remember reviewing a failed challenge with a trader who genuinely thought everything has been done correctly. His expert advisor was trading calmly, positions were well spaced, and actually at a point of time the account was sitting on a strong floating profit because the strategy used swing style trades. Then price retraced. Some of that floating profit disappeared and the challenge was suddenly marked as failed. The balance was never even close to the daily drawdown limits, but the prop firm calculated drawdowns based on the highest equity reached during the day. Once equity peaked, the allowable drawdown moved up with it. As price pulled back, the expert advisor did not close the trade, unaware that the risk window has effectively shrunk. The trader didn't misunderstand risk, he misunderstood how the rule was measured, and the expert advisor had no way to protect him from that distinction because it's not designed to handle these kind of scenarios. A must-have number 1, drawdown awareness and enforcement. This is where most prop firm failures quietly begin, especially with automation. Many expert advisors track balance because this is how retail trading has been taught for years, while prop firms sometimes operate on equity-based limits that behave very differently once trades start floating profit or loss. When equity reaches a new intraday high, the reference point shifts and the room for error becomes smaller, even though the balance still looks very safe. Swing trades makes this worse because large floating profits can inflate equity quickly and disappear just as fast. A prop firm-ready expert advisor must monitor equity in real time, understand how limits are calculated, and stop trading or reduce exposure before a violation happens. In an expert advisor that cannot trade drawdown the same way the prop firm does, you should not use it for prop firms. Must-have number 2, dynamic lot sizing and volatility adaptive stops. Another silent account killer is static risk. An expert advisor using fixed lot sizes or fixed stop distances may look stable in calm conditions, but markets do not stay calm for long. When volatility expands, the effective risk per trade increases without being obvious. And prop firm rules do not care why a loss happened, only how large it was. A proper expert advisor must size positions dynamically based on the equity and the current volatility. Adjust stop distances accordingly and be willing to skip trades entirely when risk exceeds predefined limits. Taking fewer trades is always safer than taking an oversized one. Must-have number 3, customization and trade uniqueness. Customization is often treated as a convenience feature, but in prop firm trading, it plays a very defensive role. Firms monitor trading behavior very closely, and identical trades across multiple accounts, even that belongs to different people, can trigger reviews even when numerical rules are respected. Running popular expert advisors with default settings create clone behavior that stand out immediately. A prop firm-ready expert advisor must allow flexible in timing, sessions, risk parameter, and execution behavior, so accounts do not behave like copies of one another. Standing out quietly is far safer than blending in perfectly. Good to have features, operational safety and controls. Once survival requirements discussed earlier are in place, additional features help smooth behavior and reduce avoidable risk. For instance, news filters prevent trading during high-impact event that causes spread expansion and equity spikes. Maximum trades per day limits overtrading during choppy conditions and reduces behavioral flags. Session controls avoid low liquidity periods and rollover conditions. Profit locks and daily stop after profit features protect equity peaks once meaningful gains are achieved. These features do not create edge, but they add control and predictability in an environment where rules matter more than creativity. Before we move on to the red flags, if this kind of breakdown is helping you see prop firm EAs more clearly, hit the like button. It tells me this kind of practical, rule-focused content is worth making more of, and it helps this reach traders who are about to make the same costly mistakes. Red flag number 1, guaranteed results and challenge passing claims. Any expert advisor marketed with guarantees or fixed time challenge promises is selling confidence rather than alignment with reality. It's basically a lie. These systems usually rely on oversized risk or hidden fragility that looks very impressive in the short term but collapses under normal drawdowns. If a system is truly producing 100% win rate with very low risk challenge passes across different prop firms, there would be very little incentive to sell it to the public. In fact, these kind of systems do not exist. Red flag number 2, no stop loss or recovery logic. Expert advisors that operate without defined stop losses or rely on martingale or grid recovery systems usually fail prop firm challenges. Markets can move against positions far longer than accounts can remain compliant with the drawdown rules. From a prop firm perspective, undefined risk is totally unacceptable, regardless of the eventual outcome, by the way. And these strategies fail the moment the market refuses to cooperate. Red flag number 3, one-size-fits-all expert advisors. Imagine selling you a car with the marketing headlines as follows: an urban sedan that can drive in the desert as a 4x4 with a 0 to 100 kilometers acceleration in 2.5 seconds. It's too good to be true, right? Any expert advisor claiming to work across all pairs, timeframes, and conditions without adjustment is optimized for convenience rather than robustness. Markets behave differently across instruments and timeframes, and prop firm rules amplify those differences. Everything you've seen in this video came from repetition and not theory. I tested hundreds of expert advisors and systems across different prop firm rules, watched where they failed, and redefined this framework based on real breakdowns as much as real wins. That process led to the prop machine expert advisor development and the funded trader roadmap that I built with one aim in mind: to combine the features that actually matter for passing challenges and managing funded accounts after that. If you want to see how this framework turns into a repeatable process, watch this video where I walk through the exact roadmap I used to get funded $500,000 in 2025, and how I treat the prop trading like a business instead of a series of one-time offs.